Good afternoon, YouTube land. Welcome back to the Lorenzo's podcast channel. Today, in this episode of My Journey in the Wilderness, is 5 lessons you learn. I want to teach you all about the wilderness and how to elevate in the wilderness, how to conquer the wilderness, how to conquer temptation, how to conquer those situations that harms you. So you're going to be learning 5 lessons in the wilderness. So just stay tuned. Sit back, relax. We got a good show for you today. These is 5 reasons that God leads you into the wilderness. He leads you into the wilderness because he made a promise to somebody else, but he about to use you to fulfill it. So when he leads you to the wilderness, he want to set you apart from the rest because of what he calls you for. He can't have you surrounded by the rest of those people that's not of him because he understands that those people is going to keep you down. So number one reason is to be set apart. To be set apart, that means to for him to distance you from your old environment, to take you out your comfort zone. Because along this journey, he has someone you finna bless. He has someone along this journey that you about to uplift, inspire, because they see the work through you that God is doing. So number two is to build your faith. Faith is the key to unlocking the doors that God has. He said in the word, it's impossible to please him without faith. So he's a spirit, so we got to please him with the faith. We got to trust him. That's number two is trust. It's faith. My fault. Faith. Faith is number two. Three is trust. He wants you to lean on nobody but him because all his chosen ones he had to set apart. All his chosen ones, they had to learn how to lean on him. All his chosen ones had to learn how to be strong and good at courage. So when God comes, we got to remember that he set you apart. He builds your faith and he want to gain your trust. So he gives you certain things for you to wake up to understand that it was only God that opened that door. So number four is he teaches you how to be strong. Because sometimes strong is all you have to be. Faith being with strong. Like he did, like he told Joshua and Moses to go to the temple and teach his people how to fear him and how they if they do anything other than they serve other gods, if they serve anything more than God, he's going to hide his face among you. So in the wilderness, he can hide his face among you because you are not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. So remember, we got to stay focused on the journey. Yes, the journey gets distracted. Yes, the journey gets disappointment. Yes, the journey lets you down. Yes, these things in the journey happens to you. But remember, God will never put too much on you that you could bear, that you can't bear. He know your breaking point. He know the limit to push you. He knows this. He trying to build you. He trying to strengthen you. He trying to guide you. He trying to teach you. Because without God, it's nothing possible. And number five reason is so your light can shine. He want people to understand that he's working on you, through you. So he's helping somebody else through you. He's blessing somebody else through you. So remember, God always uses a spiritual being to fulfill a spiritual need. So you are the spiritual being that God is using to fulfill that spiritual need. So he told somebody else something, but he uses you to bless that person. He uses you to change that person's destiny. He uses you to change that person's life. Because the things you have been through, the things you have suffered, somebody else is about to go through that suffering. And it's going to be you that get them over it. So just understand the 5 reasons God set you apart into the wilderness. That's number one is faith. Number two is trust. Number three, he teach you how to be strong. Number four, he set you apart. And number five, he builds your courage. Your courage is what opens the door. Your courage is what keeps you going. Courage, brave. Be good at courage. So he wants you to be good of courage, but he also wants you to be brave, to fear nothing along the journey because he's guiding you. If God can be for you, who could be against you? So sometimes we got to understand that God is the key. God does the things that he want to do to strengthen you so he can bless somebody else. That's what this world is about, blessing others. That's what this world is about, helping others. So when Jesus walked the world, what did he do? He helped. He helped the sick. He healed the sick. He helped the blind. He healed the lady of the blood issue. He did everything he was supposed to do to show us the right way. He helped. He helped you gain your trust. He helped you build your faith because you've seen the things he did. See, you got to remember, even Jesus was set into the wilderness, led into the wilderness by God to be tempted by Satan. So sometimes we can be led into the wilderness to be tempted, but to overcome the temptations to receive God's glory. So look, if you're going through something right now, don't worry. God is working it out right now for you. He's in the midst of your life right now. You might not seem like it because the teacher is quiet doing the test. See, I used a scenario. That's like when you in school taking a test on Fridays. Is the teacher talking during that test? No. That teacher is actually quiet because he wants you to focus. He wants you to understand. And he don't want you to disrupt nobody. That's what God does. He's quiet while you're on the journey. He's quiet doing the test. He's quiet because he want to see is you going to take the initiative to stay focused. Take the initiative to leave all those distractions alone. 5 reasons God separates you from the rest. So just remember, it don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter. Along this journey, you should grow. Along this journey, your faith should build. Along this journey, you should have no complaints because God is leading you. When you don't see him, he's in front of you. So you got to keep your eyes on the course. He's in front leading. When you take your eyes off God, and you take your eyes off Christ, you end up drowning in the wilderness because you allow all those different distractions to overtake you. God don't want that. He wants you to stay focused. He wants you along the journey, and he does things for his purpose. And his purpose is using you to fulfill that promise to somebody else. And that's what he did with Abraham. He gave Abraham the game plan. Showed Abraham his life. He gave Abraham what was going to happen. Told him what was going to happen. But he used Moses to fulfill that promise he made to Abraham. So God got to use another spiritual being to fulfill a promise he made to you. So you just keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. Because I know this course gets hard, overwhelming. You lose the faith, but the faith is supposed to be the whole reason that you conquer all those situations that come upon you. See, God will never let you down. He would never leave you nor forsake you. Forsaken means abandon. So he would never abandon you in that wilderness. You will venture off before he leave you. So we got to stop venturing off course and understand God is the main reason that we in this wilderness. God seen favor in us to use us to bless somebody else. So don't worry about what you're going through. Because I'm the prime example that I went through it. I conquered it. I overcame it. So if I can do it, you can do it. And that's the whole key. If I can do it, you can do it. So don't worry about it. I overcame certain situations that you might be about to go through or that you're going through now. And I can help guide you through it. So y'all, do me a favor. If you made it this far in my video, please press that like. Give me a comment on your feedback on this video. And press that subscribe button. Let's help this channel grow and elevate to help the next person that's going through a struggle in their life. So I'm here to be a living example how God can work through you, for you,